Well, hello everybody. A long time no see. It's been a minute. Happy June. Okay, stinky breath. Last time I spoke to you guys, I was getting ready to go on my honeymoon. Well, that was a while ago. So let's start there. We went to Barcelona, Vienna, and Paris for 2 weeks. Well, it was supposed to be 2 weeks. We had a slight issue that we ran into at the airport. Apparently, if your passport expires in the next 6 months, you cannot travel to most countries outside. Wow, my battery died and I had just started this. Well, we were at the airport ready to check in for our flight. Well, we actually already checked into our flight. We were actually just going to go check our bags when they told us that we were not able to check our bags and or get on the airplane. This was, end of April when we were leaving on our trip. Mario's passport was going to expire in August, so they just simply wouldn't let us get on the plane. We had no idea this was a thing. We were completely taken aback.
I had a full meltdown.
I thought a passport renewal takes a couple of months, right? Like we're never gonna, this trip isn't happening. However, by the grace of whatever power is above us, we had a passport in 18 hours, which is insane. You can in fact get a US passport that quickly. The lady at the Iberia Airlines counter gave us some number of some woman who got Mario in some priority line. Our friend picked us up at the airport. We went and got his passport photo taken at CVS. It was like 8 o'clock at night. And then he woke up at 5 a.m., went to the state building, had an appointment, filled out an application. And then by 3 p.m. that day, we had Mario's passport in our hands, which is insane. We only lost 36 hours of our trip, which is kind of amazing. But that was the little airport snafu before the trip started. Once we were in Europe though, everything went off without a hitch. We barely missed any of the scheduled activities and we had an incredible time. Here's a little montage of Barcelona. We barely fit in the elevator with all of our shit. Big fat Americans don't fit.
I'm just such a big person.
Let the honeymoon begin. Parkway, as they say in Catalan. Look at this view behind us, my love. Good morning, and welcome to our second full day in Barcelona.
She's kissing me. I love you. We could do more than this, but there's a camera in here. Not this camera.
Barcelona was by far my favorite city that we went to. It had the best food, the best music, the best culture, the most exciting place to be in, and the place that out of all of the cities we went to that I want to go back to the most. It's sad that that was the city that we lost the most amount of time in because of the passport thing, but God, I just loved it so much. And out of all the countries we went to, that was by far the easiest country to be gluten-free in, and the food was so good. I don't even know what my favorite thing is. It's a tie probably between the cooking class that we did and La Sagrada Familia, which I've always wanted to see, but also going to the beach was amazing, and we just had the most fun. And also I speak a little bit of Spanish, so it was really fun for me to flex that skill of mine. Almost everybody that we met in all the countries spoke English. Probably Barcelona was the city that they spoke the least amount of English in, but that was okay because I speak Spanish. I was actually really sad to leave, and when we left and got into Vienna, the evening we got into Vienna, as excited as I had been to go to Vienna, I was really depressed because I did not want to leave Barcelona. That's how much I loved it. But I got over that by the first day in Vienna because Vienna was equally incredible. Here's a little montage of Vienna. This is the hallway and this is our room.
Hello.
Thank you. Oh, dankeschön. They gave us a bottle of wine, which is very nice. Okay, first question is, why is the bed not made?
Maybe that's a bag. Maybe we sleep in it.
You walk in here, and I will say, as an American, it is not normal to have the toilet in the shower. So that took me by surprise. But then this shower,
It's the skeleton of an Iron Maiden.
It's like a torture device, a sex thing. I don't know. Well, I stepped into it just to sort of fully comprehend. And it appears that water is going to come out the sides. So I'm excited and terrified to take a shower in here tonight. And that's it. Those are my big questions. Why is the bed not made? Why is the toilet in the shower? Why is the shower some sort of sex thing? Other than that, so far so good with Vienna. We haven't obviously done anything yet, but we're very excited to be here. We just got back from the opera, decided we wanted to have for dinner, and we thought about some classy things like going to a nearby hotel bar that people go to, or getting like a late night snack in the Noshmark, but no. Instead we found just a sort of room full of vending machines, and we got some weird ass snacks and drinks to try. Well, not weird drinks. We got Capri Suns, and then I got these Buffalo Blue Cheese Cheeto Puffs, Bobby Bar, and then Mario got Cadbury Oreo Bites and Reese's Rounds. Good night. So in Vienna, we went to museums for our favorite composers and the Freud Museum because Mario was a psych major and I thought that would be fun for him. We went to so many coffee shops. Fun thing about coffee, I guess, that I learned in Vienna. I'm not like a huge coffee drinker, although I have been more so lately, but when I do drink coffee, I don't know if it's like an LA thing or a me thing, but I drink iced coffee. The first coffee house we went to, I ordered an iced coffee because like I was tired and I wanted one, and they came back with a coffee with a bunch of ice cream in it, and I thought maybe it was a translation thing, so I said, oh, sorry, I meant like just coffee with ice in it. And they were like, oh, that's just cool coffee. So they call iced coffee cool coffee, and iced coffee, as we know it in America, is coffee with ice cream in it. But yes, Vienna was amazing, incredible. Let's see, the highlight was probably the waltz class that we took. It was so much fun, and we've been meaning to practice more because we actually like got really into it. The class was only an hour and we wanted it to be like 4 hours. We had so much fun. Also seeing the opera and the opera house was another big highlight. I don't know, we did a lot. And also Vienna by Billy Joel, you guys may remember, is our song. It's the song we had our first dance to. It's kind of been our song for like 7 years. So we've been talking about going to Vienna for a very long time. So it was just really special to be there with Mario. And then finally, we went to Paris. Paris was amazing. Here's a montage. Of Paris had to be Disneyland Paris. I know that we're such trashy Disney adults, but we're trashy Disney adults. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. But also, like, I didn't take video of this necessarily or even photo, but we went to Versailles. We had a great time. We saw the Hall of Mirrors. We walked around Versailles inside for a couple hours. We were outside in the garden for like an hour just walking around. We were watching one of the fountain shows. The skies opened up and it just started downpouring. Our umbrella was broken, so we bolted under some trees. We were alone. It wasn't very crowded that day, and it was pouring rain, and we were just making out under this tree, and it felt like we were straight out of a romance novel. It was possibly the most incredible thing ever. And then we were gonna take the train back into the city, but instead we just decided to like slip out one of the side exits of the gardens and walk around the city of Versailles, and we just like popped into a cafe and split a bottle of wine. And so we had a lot of days in Paris that were just like that. You know, we had like things to do. Like we went to Versailles, we went to Disney Paris, we went to the Eiffel Tower. You know, we had some restaurant reservations that we wanted to make, but mostly we just walked around, sat in cafes, and we definitely like took it easy the most in Paris. And so it was like sweet and romantic. Mario bought me a gift. I planned the whole trip, and as a thank you for planning the trip, we went into a jewelry store in Paris and he bought me this necklace. I love it so much, but it's one of these pieces of jewelry that I'm only gonna wear on special occasions. friends. That was the honeymoon, and it was truly, genuinely fucking incredible. And then we came back, I had a week, we unpacked, we cleaned the house, I got head on some editing, like just straight back into work. And then I had a bunch of people over for Memorial Day weekend. I had a bunch of people fly in to stay with me for my birthday weekend. My birthday was May 31st. I turned 30 years old. So in true Rachel fashion, I made way too big of a deal out of it and turned it into like a multi-day experience. I had friends fly in from New York and New Orleans and Vermont, plus my friends that are here in LA. And I didn't take any video. I wasn't even thinking about vlogging really. I was more concerned with like being a good hostess, but I have some photos. So everyone flew in Friday night, and then Saturday we spent the day on a boat. We had brunch on the boat and it was really wonderful. So we all got drunk on a boat, and then in the evening we all went to go see The Little Mermaid live action, which was fine. I'm always excited that they're making the live actions just in concept and theory because they're movies that I love, but then I always watch them and I'm like, but do we need this? I don't know. Obviously, I think this has been said by a lot of reviewers, but it's just the absolute truth. The best part of the movie was Halle Bailey. She did a fantastic job. Her singing was incredible. I'm not a huge Melissa McCarthy fan. She was fine. Not who I would have chosen to play that role. The like live action fish and animals and birds were like, I get why they had to look like that, but it was just like fucking weird. The recreations of the classic songs were awesome, incredible. The new songs were like shitty. I didn't really love them. So I have like mixed feelings. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. Anyway, kind of capped out my Little Mermaid theme today because we were on the boat in the morning. And the next day, a large portion of the group went to brunch. This was supposed to be an outdoor brunch. I don't even think I took a single photo because it was kind of cold. We had to like surround ourselves with heaters. I don't know what's going on in LA these days. We did bottomless mimosas. Then we came back, and the piece de resistance of that day was the birthday cake that Mario surprised me with. Mario told me like a week before this that he wanted to be in charge of my birthday cake. All I told him was that I wanted it to be purple and cute. Like I could take a picture of it for Instagram, and he fucking delivered. I don't even know how I'm supposed to explain this cake, but he sent a note to the cake artist, Cakes by Alexis, and this was the note. And I'm just gonna say there's a lot about me that I don't share on the internet, and one of them is I wouldn't even necessarily say I'm into true crime. He said that he just wrote that I'm into true crime because it was the easiest way to sort of get her to understand where this was. But one of the things that I do in my friend group is I'm into like pitching movies. One of them is a serial killer adventure, female-led action movie. It's called The Butt Fucker, and it's about a female serial killer a la Dexter, but I picture it to be like funnier. And it's about a woman who kills men who rape and sex assault other women, and her calling card, so to speak, is cutting off their dicks and shoving it up their own ass. Anyway, that being said, I've been pitching that a lot lately. I also feel like if I were to ever be a serial killer, which I don't think I have the skill to pull off, but that would be my MO. All that backstory aside, here is the birthday cake Mario got for me. It's fucking incredible. I'm actually gonna go have a piece for lunch. So that was Sunday, and then finally on Monday, the small group of friends that was left in town, we all went to Disney. I Disney bounded as Ariel. Here's a few pictures. We had a great time, and now we are all caught up. Get back onto my regular schedule. You guys will keep seeing me every Friday. Sorry for the absence. I was just too busy having a life. What can I say? And I'll see you guys next time. Mwah. Bye.